So this is the second in the series that I'm producing for the Helena region. And again, you're looking at the Allstays interface, again, available for laptop and tablet. And when you click on a campground, and I'm going to show you one right here. This is called Devils Elbow Recreation Site. It's a BLM site, definitely a contender for best campground or campsite I've been to. Spent about 4 or 5 nights there. Absolutely loved it. Again, it's within minutes of the city of Helena. You have all kinds of information from directions to what the services are to what the costs are. And again, this is another campground that's starting on October 12th this year. They stopped charging. That's my favorite price to pay for a campground. And there are links to photos and reviews and things like that, so, and a phone number to call, which is helpful with the BLM and with state parks, because you never know who's the local ranger office that's going to handle it. So you've now got that information. Now, that campground, again, is accessible within minutes from downtown Helena. I'll bring the map back up so we can see where Helena is. It's not far from the Lakeside Marina. There is a general store there, very basic, kind of like gas station store. The gas was priced well, and right across the street is the Lakeside Marina, which is closed at the time of the year that I was there. They closed somewhere in mid to late September, I would imagine. Also from Devil's Elbow, if we zoom in on this, and I'll do a quick zoom here, you can see that, and you can see that Allstays uses, by the way, the Google interface. There's a road here called York Road, which goes straight up here to a place called Vigilante Campground. I love the name. I'd love to know the history behind that. And right here, there is a bar called the York Bar. Great burgers. It is backcountry. It is in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of the national forest, and it's absolutely worth the drive. And again, I've got some video on that and photos and all that kind of stuff. So that's something I would encourage you to do. Let me take us back out here. And again, the Devil's Elbow, not much in the way of facilities. I mean, there was no hookups or anything like that. But the campsite was right near the water, and you could not walk down to it, but it was close enough to the boat ramp that it really wasn't an issue. If I go over, I'm going to pan now, and again, to keep you oriented, this Helena proper, the city of, just north, and we're talking about, I'd say, a 7 or 8 minute drive from the main shopping area of Helena, is a campground. These are both full hookup campgrounds. This is called the Helena Campground. It's a old KOA. It is old. It does have some space issues. It's not a real big campground. I wasn't comfortable bringing my 38-footer in there, so I didn't go, but I did drive through it, and I did take a look at it. It's full, it's complete, but it is compact, so be aware of that. There are some pitted roads to get into it for maybe about a quarter mile, and some pitted roads for a few hundred feet to get out of it. A better bet, in my opinion, and again, that's full hookup, a better bet is literally 5 minutes up the road, up this road called Montana Avenue, which parallels 15. You have the Lincoln Road RV Park. And Lincoln Road RV Park is a great place, very easy access in and out, very close to a grocery store, which is pretty much where this marker is right here. There's also a good place called the Steak Grub, if I've got the name right. It's a good restaurant that I would definitely recommend in that area. Let me scroll down, and let's get into Helena proper. And I'll see if I can locate it. If not, I'll just tell you about it. First of all, there is a place called Steve's Cafe, and I want to give kudos to Steve's Cafe. Boy, is it good. Steve's Cafe is right about here. It's right next to a Home Depot type store. It's not a Home Depot, it's a construction store, but it's good. It's behind a CVS. It's kind of off the road a little bit. If you Google it, if you check Yelp, you'll find that it's highly rated. Steve's Cafe, great for breakfast, excellent for breakfast, very good for lunch, closes around 2:30. Also, out in this area, and I can't seem to find the street itself, I want to point out a street called Last Chance Gulch. It's right along here. This is an historic part of downtown Helena. I spent quite a bit of time there. I love inner urban areas that are just well kept and have a history behind them. You can look into the history of it. It's from 1866. There's some interesting stuff that went on there. But today you'll find the Fire Tower Cafe. It's a coffee shop. Excellent coffee shop. Reminds me a lot of West 4th Street in the Village in Manhattan. Just up the street from the Fire Tower is Murray's. That's a great lunch place. And just down the street is called the Mercantile, which is one of the more interesting coffee shops slash general merchandise stores you'll ever see. Again, I've got some good video on that, and you should look below. You'll find some of those things in there. So I'm going to zoom out so you can see what part of town we're in. We're again looking here. To give you a reference, this is Montana Avenue, this 229 that runs north-south all the way up to the Lincoln Road RV Park and south right here into downtown. To zoom out a little bit and kind of give you a perspective again, I'll take us out a little further. So the Last Chance Gulch is in this area. It's just not far from the Capitol building and all that. This is again the old KOA, about 3 miles north, and another 2 to 3 miles north up here in this direction is the Lincoln Road RV Park. D&D RV, who I spoke highly of, and I stand by that. They're right in this corner between Highway 12. This is really 12 here, and 15. So that's right about, you see where the W is, the Walmart. And by the way, that's one of the unique things about Allstays. He's got all of these different markers that would be relevant to an RVer that you can check on and check off. So you can see what all these things are. And then again, to zoom out a little bit further, you can see where all the recreation opportunities are. They're all east and northeast of the city. So if I sound excited about Helena and about all the stuff to do there, I am. It's a nice place, and I definitely recommend that you spend, well, maybe a month there. And again, the kayaking through all the water bodies is great. They're all very similar. That's about it. Thanks for your time, and be sure to read some of the comments below, see some of the additional videos of the places I highlighted, and again, visit some of the other links and sites and information on my site. Thank you.